Greetings, golden Buddhas of the Pure Land activation. Happy full super flower moon in Scorpio and beautiful WESAK day of Buddha's birth, awakening, and ascension. It was a powerful day. The new earth energies shining through today. So much pure light and beauty manifesting into this realm. So many synchronicities. I had many amazing connections with Pachamama, the animal kingdom, and the two-legged nation. I was able to connect with two precious kits, baby fox at a nature preserve, and an amazing golden-colored water snake. And many of the winged nation came to sing their praise of the new Eden. A beautiful bright orange oriole came and sang his beautiful song. The red-winged blackbird came to greet us, while the crystalline codes were manifesting down as we anchored into the pure sand of Mother Earth, Maho. And after this connection with the glorious Mother Earth, as I was driving 737, just came through 73 and the 37, heaven on earth. At 1:44 p.m., the license plate in front of me said hum, HUM 444. Then this evening at 4:44, a friend of mine sent me a message. He was born at 4:44. So we're getting a lot of 44 synchronicities. 5-5 and then 6-6 was coming through. And then when I got to my office, as I was preparing for today's transmission, I looked at the Schumann chart, and it was the power of 66 hertz this morning, and the image in the chart looked like the face of a higher dimensional being, or higher dimensional reflection through source energies. And looking at the earthquakes around Pachamama, we had 109 in the past 24 hours, M1.5 or greater, so the 19 energy. The ring of fire totally lit up. And then we had this trinity of a straight line from Greece, a 4-3, into Iran, a 4-6, and Afghanistan, 4-5. So these stargates of the ancient cultures rising up through the fourth density into the fifth, and the 6-6 energy. We also had the 6-1 in Papua New Guinea. So with the 6-6 on the Schumann resonance, that's 6-dimensional energies that are assisting the 5D gamma waves manifesting into this realm. We have a lot of energy coming in through today's transmission, so we'll get started. We'll start with Divine Sister Christina Papagiorgio. Enjoy the sublime energies pouring in today. Go within and meditate. The WESAK portal is fully activated on the Scorpio full moon, traditionally the first full moon in the month of May, which happens this year on May 7th into 8th, 2020. In divine synchronicity, this portal aligns with the commencement of the yellow sun, a 13-day cycle of enlightenment, which is fully activated on the 8th with the Buddha's light. On this day, the Buddhist community celebrates the life, death, and enlightenment of the Lord Gautama. As the full moon becomes exact, we honor Lord Buddha and welcome his blessing on the earth plane, arising from the heavenly realms, appearing in the WESAK Valley in western Tibet near holy Mount Kailash and Lake Manasarovar, to bless all of humanity with illumination. It is told that Lord Buddha and his light returns to earth once a year on this auspicious day, and together with the great white brotherhood of light, great light pours forth from the WESAK Valley and into the hearts and minds of all mankind, ready to receive this light. At the time of the full moon, it is advised to participate in a meditation journeying to the WESAK Valley. If you cannot be there physically, it is recommended that you travel there astrally in your light body to participate in this divine event. On this day and during the whole 14-day festival, it is beneficial to recite the great invocation, a prayer channeled by Alice Bailey to bless our planet. Let light and love and power restore the plan on Earth. Now more than ever, Gaia needs the divine plan for her planetary ascension to be fully restored and activated. The great invocation From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Divine blessings for Gaia's journeys into the light during this divine Buddha portal and 13-day cycle of illumination. Divine Union Foundation and Speaking Tree of Life. The full moon, WESAK, I and the divine are one. We are so small against the stars, so large against the sky. Leonard Cohen. This is a transmuting week of seismic photonic light flow as we approach Divine Mother's Day with the collective goddess of all creation. Meet it and greet it by deliberately expanding your own embodied quintessence or etheric field, and by clearing and cleansing or purifying the flowy river of our personal ecology. The 5-5 Stargate opened on May 5th, and today, Thursday, May 7th, our trip through earthly embodied Taurus, Vulcan, brings WESAK, the annual high festival of resurrection, the Buddhic Heart's Bodhi Tree birthday, and yearly return as Avatar Love Field. We honor our planet's Scorpio full moon, streaming the luminous light of revival, resurgence, and renewal onto the living resonance of all life. This threefold flame, fire, plume, threshold is open. From Maria Nessa, WESAK, full moon in Scorpio, May 7, 2020. Archangel Metatron will activate our solar system into an Ascension portal. The relationship between 2020 and 2025 and how the event ties into all this needs to remain veiled for now. The only thing I can say is that the full moon of May 7th, WESAK full moon of 2020, is the trigger through which Archangel Metatron will activate our solar system into an Ascension portal connected to the Galactic Center, with the exception of sublunar space and planet Earth itself, which still needs to remain buffered to a degree. Sublunar space and planet Earth are still the center of the accretion vortex for quantum fluctuations, primary anomaly, and this problem will be addressed by the light forces in the coming weeks, months, and years through iteration sequence clearing technologies, gatekeepers, and 144,000 to shift from 3D to 5D. You may work with Archangel Metatron, Ariel, an archangel from Lyra, and many other angelics to assist the Ascension window opening May 7th on the WESAK full moon. And from Tanaz, May 7th brings the third and last super full moon of the year in the sign of Scorpio. This full moon guides us to honor the beauty of endings. It is highly cleansing and detoxifying and will be preparing us for the eclipse season that follows. Psychic medium Elsie Wheeler, vision symbols for every degree of the zodiac. These symbols are called Sabian symbols, and each carry their own intuitive wisdom. The May 2020 full moon falls on 17 degrees of Scorpio, and the Sabian symbol for this degree is woods rich in autumn coloring, signifying a time to honor the beauty of endings. Just as the forest looks so beautiful with all its autumn colors, there is beauty to be found when things come to an end. At the end, things make sense. At the end, we are able to look back and see things with a new perspective. At the end, we are able to see how all the puzzle pieces we have been working with fit into place. At the end, we feel a sense of calm, for it is all over. It is done. Endings sometimes carry a pain and sadness too. It can be sad to see something go from our lives, but if we open to it, we can carry the awareness that with this ending also comes a new beginning. Just like autumn is a time of retreat and death for Mother Nature, it is also the start of a new beginning. As the trees shed their leaves, they fertilize the soil, giving new life and allowing new growth in the months to come. Endings are somewhat of an illusion. As the poet Rumi says, don't grieve, for everything you love comes around in another form, and it seems that what this full moon is guiding us to unlock. See if you can find the beauty in any endings that have come your way. See if you can locate the comfort and the peace that comes when you know that there is nothing more to be done. Take a deep breath, heave a sigh of relief. It's over now. Whatever you have been battling, whatever you have been struggling with, it is done. It is done. Reach that place of surrender and look for the rich colors of autumn in your own life. Find the beauty in all that once was. Find the relaxation in knowing it is over now. Cry if you need to, laugh if you need to. Light a candle to honor the deaths you have moved through, and keep in your heart the promise of a new beginning. As the third and last supermoon of the year, we are going to feel our emotions and thoughts being drawn up and out of us. We may feel extra sensitive and a little moody, and just like the scorpion, we may be tempted to use our stingers if people get too close. The Scorpio full moon is very cleansing and can assist in drawing things out that are no longer serving, that are holding us down or making us feel stuck. If we give in to our feelings, if we allow ourselves time to process how we feel, when they come to pass, we can experience a release, like a weight that has been lifted. The Scorpio full moon is always a special one, as it signifies that transformation is always possible. Just like the scorpion sheds its skin, we too can start again. We too can transform ourselves simply by making different choices and thinking different thoughts. No matter our own zodiac sign, we can all use some of the Scorpio wisdom to bring transformation and to make changes in our lives if that is what is needed. Scorpio energy is highly intuitive but also very protective, so we can also use this energy to tune into our intuition and protect our energy field. So on the night of the last supermoon of the year, allow yourself to find the beauty in whatever endings have come your way. Make peace through grieving, through allowing, and by honoring the new beginning that has now been paved. Just like the rich colors of autumn, just like the sunsets we see every day, we too can find the beauty in endings. Tanaz. And from Angel's Whispers 444, the last full supermoon in 2020 brings powerful Scorpio protective and healing energies. The cycle is inevitable. The loop continues. Things that begin have to come to an end someday, but that doesn't make endings bad. It only makes endings more significant because with each ending, you get new beginnings, with more opportunities knocking at your door. All things bad can be detoxified and cleansed out of our soul and mind, and it prepares the body for the next eclipse. The supermoon on May 7th will be the last and final supermoon of the year in Scorpio. This can be a time of exploration and opportunities. The full moon will guide us towards understanding and admiration of endings. To usher us through this path, we have Sabian symbols that profoundly aid in our journey of soul-searching and introspection. Life is but a journey we undertake to understand the self, examine our soul, and strive towards self-transformation. Each of the Sabian symbols carries intuitive wisdom that has the potential to guide us in this lifelong journey. The May supermoon falls at 17 degrees of Scorpio, and the message it contains in Sabian terms is woods rich in autumn coloring. It is a time when nature unfolds its beauty and richness before we move into the next phase of winter. However hard we try to prevent the coming of winter, the shedding of leaves, but rather than looking at autumn as a time of death, we can choose to look at it as a time when Mother Nature sheds the leaves to fertilize the soil to allow new birth and fresh beginnings in the month to follow. Endings tend to carry a pain with it that can be translated as the difficulty to let go. We doubt the calm that we deserve after a long battle or a constant conflict, but when endings are near, when all is said and done, when there is nothing more to do, that is when you find comfort, a two-pronged comfort. One where you know that there is nothing more that can be done, and another where you feel the comfort of opening yourself up to the possibility of a fresh beginning. There is a beauty found in endings, a lesson to be learned, and cleansing to be done for a rejuvenating beginning. An end is only a beginning in disguise. It is an illusion that makes us grieve, but if we really open our eyes, we'll see that the new moon comes only to make way for the full moon to bloom in the night sky. The Scorpio supermoon will help us untie the strings that tie us down and hold us back. We will become extra sensitive, but only to realize our emotions to the fullest. This will help us break the shackles of confinement to make space for new dreams and possibilities. The supermoon signifies transformation, to shed the skin before putting on a new one, to start again, to give ourselves the confidence to make change happen. On the 7th, allow yourself to bask in your emotions, find beauty in past struggles, and honor them just like autumn allows the forest to unfold its true beauty before preparing for the next beginning. From ConsciousReminder.com and from Laura Pleiadian, full moon in Scorpio, May 7, 2020, monumental shifts. This profound, intense full moon supermoon is in Scorpio on Thursday, May 7, 2020 at 7:45 a.m. ADT. A positive shift is on the table for those who are ready to shift. That is, for those whose memories and hidden fears from past lives have been cleared through pure self-love and transformed into the neutrality of the eternal divine God self. All potentials are just that. The frequencies within and held in the blueprint are part of the readiness to master form through love. All frequencies interact with your frequencies, which in turn create the perceptions you experience as your reality. Greater self-acceptance and love are part of this potential shift. As you move into your heart with greater acceptance of now and the present moment, this translates into fully accepting what is now, with no resistance, with no thought of a future or past, only now. That is all there is anyway. And as you live as all there is now, you open the only true portal of your heart to your ascension, your freedom, your mastery, and the completion of this, your earth school. All will be new and every moment is. Rest in your heart and know true trust in the divine plan set out for you in the union with the you that has set this plan in motion through your incarnation here and now. Every full moon brings up the emotional aspects as much as one can handle to be loved and healed from all thoughts and feelings that are not pure love. The full moon opposite Mercury, confusion as in the difference between your thoughts and your feelings, will be pronounced in and as much as the discrepancy exists, hidden or otherwise. The full moon trine Neptune reduces potential inner anxiety, will serve for many as a relief from constant analyzing and questioning anything and everything. The mind that is active is accessing these frequencies of relief, becomes the opportunity to enter the heart and therefore present moment with greater ease. Mercury sextile Neptune will potentially increase sensitivity. Now, if someone is in fear, this potentially may help ease the levels of fear. Though at a higher level, if there is no anxiety or deep issues of fear to be released, these frequencies may help to open more intuitively to the heart, to hear the voice of the soul. These energies will be felt most deeply close to this intense full moon, but also for 2 weeks up until the next new moon on May 22nd, 2020. So pay attention to now, let go of all resistance, let go of a time-based reality and the past, and live for the now only. This is the only space one enters the heart fully and masters form through being the eternal God self. In this, the love, we activate you now and now, forever and always, and all that is, and love now. From the new divinehumanity.com and from here in the Moon Astrology, we are entering a new evolutionary territory today through the gateway of the WESAK full moon in Scorpio, the annual high festival of resurrection, streaming the light of Pluto's revival, resurgence, and renewal onto the planet. Sedna, the resurrection goddess, is conjunct our binary third eye, Algol, in Taurus, aligning with the source at the galactic center, downloading many of our origin stream codes from the Pleiades via the pineal gland, the ancestral master cell of untapped DNA. Yesterday, the karmic nodes of fate changed signs, initiating 18 months of Gemini Sagittarius eclipses starting on June 5th only 4 weeks away. Those of you who are sensitive to seismic shifts will now begin to experience sideways escalators taking you at warp speed into yet more dissonance. June's 2 eclipses will act as influxes on the steroid, deleting the past as they go. But in order to get to the promised renewal and regeneration, Pluto's relentless shamanic drumbeat can't be ignored. This is a summons for each of us to collaborate with the deep wave of clearing, cleansing, purging, and truth-telling that began for real on January 12th and is going to intensify as the Great Eliminator retrogrades to reactivate the 22nd, 22 Capricorn Saturn-Pluto conjunction point twice more this summer and autumn. Think major collective detoxing where disclosure after disclosure, exposure, and revelation will shine a light on the under-the-radar political and economic dealings that are attempting to profit from this pandemic and take yet more control over our daily lives. This is a once-in-a-507-year opportunity to hear the wake-up call to reclaim personal power and clear the world shadow mirrored in physicality by the pandemic. The Great Eliminator ruthlessly destroys to transform. Not a comfortable experience, so expect more spikes of rage, frustration, resistance as it becomes clear that we won't be returning to the pre-corona world. For those who are awake, for next week as Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus turn retrograde with the celestial destroyer and press the pause button. The perfect cosmic timing is a collective reminder that regenerative healing and new progressive ways of thinking are not only possible but necessary and unstoppable. Feeling lost in the dark is a sign that light is on its way. So make your mantra, I am not failing, I am not dying, I am reorienting. From here in the moon astrology.co.uk. And from the Archangelic calendar, Gaia is back in spirit fire dominant setting, which is a reversal of directions and was not expected in the least. She looked as if she was heading for the element of air and then decided not to do so at the last possible second. She then sharply brought us back into this state, spirit fire, of transmutation. We will echo her sentiment in today's assignment as she is clearly asking us to follow her lead. Seismic activity will continue as the trend of transmutation and change continues full steam ahead. There is no way around this, as an increase in calibration makes everything change on every level imaginable. Active upgrades are here, and these energies are much more like a living organism than anyone could have possibly imagined. They are a lot like a virus, but instead of infecting us with a disease, it is infecting us with healings, upgrades, downloads, and other positive energy. The intense galactic and intergalactic frequencies will be coming in with more and more fervor. The next wave will be aimed at setting the atmosphere in such a way as to support other forms of life. The statement has a broad array of meanings and various levels of manifestation attached to its truth. We have been gifted a code by the Galactic Federation of Light to help us assimilate to this energetic time frequencies and new perspective reality changes. It's a lot like willow bark for a headache. It really eases the discomfort. The codes are 55566 and 66555. The many galactic beings here on Earth are lending a helping hand when necessary, but not too much as to overstep their boundaries. It is clear that they have a tremendous amount of faith in the Lightworkers of Earth, and they do not wish to take anything away from their achievements by providing us too much assistance. Your stomach is the equilibrium of your soul. It is a very accurate way to tell if you are going in the right direction or not. This is the main reason why I say that I cannot stress the importance of a micronutrient-dense diet full of sentient foods. Remember that every drop of energy that food encounters, your body will be forced to assimilate to. Archangel Pesagnia is an extremely compassionate archangel who speaks on behalf of the grief that your soul has encountered. The hardest pains that we deal with are carried to infinitely expanding Creator Source by His loving arms. He then speaks upon your behalf and insists that he return with something of equal or greater value. If the grief is so large that this exchange cannot be done, then he will assist that your place in the halls of the higher dimensions be honored. The tools for today's assignments are in the link in the description below. The assignments are going to be run a bit differently, as we are being called to work on a very macro scale at the moment. It is always best to start with the violet flame for many reasons. It protects the innocent, weakens the malevolent, and reveals the concealed. Blast every square inch of this earth with intense violet flames, as this is where we will be focusing our energy today. It is always advised to hold these types of intentions for at least a 72 count. There are far too many unregulated satellites in our skies. Technology, much like our bodies, have an aura that tells us of its status. If you see a dark aura, you know you are dealing with a malevolent technology, and it is in the best interest of everyone to disable it. We are very experienced in these types of assignments, and this alone will make a gigantic difference in the emotional climate of planet Earth. The removal of all cloaking and brainwave altering satellites will make it much easier to find malevolent technology, dark forces, and demonic beings throughout the Earth. This would be a good time to perform an astral scan and remove the presence of darkness in any and all forms. It would be an appropriate time to send a lightning barrage to activate all dormant pathways of Earth and to connect them to the archangelic grid via electrical impulse. Close with an additional violet flame for a 72 count, and an emerald green ray light of healing for a 72 count as well. And from the Nyingma masters of the Tibetan Buddhists, Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, do not encumber your mind with useless thoughts. What good is it to brood over the past and fret about the future? Dwell in the simplicity of the present moment. Live in harmony with the Dharma. Make it the heart of your life and experience. Be the master of your own destiny. And from the Tzolk'in times, Kin 39, Blue Cosmic Storm. The number 13 is called cosmic, and its keywords are transcend, endure, and presence. The last day of a wave spell is usually intense because you must digest all what has gone on for the last 13 days. There is a great potential for transcending all you have endured, and this symbolizes that any progress we make comes with a price. Anything worthwhile is never easy. Today is Blue Storm, which represents catalyzed energy and self-generation. These days are never relaxing, but a storm clears the air and with all its energy can bring about life changes. If you get off on excitement, you'll enjoy the crazy ride. For the more timid among us, Blue Storm days can make you want to hide. It is an insane combination of number and day. A storm will really have to endure. The number 13 gives power to the storm, creating a potential hurricane. Plus it is a portal day. It is the kind of day that shakes things up and brings about tumultuous results. Today's guide is the Blue Knight, which represents dreams and abundance. This is the nicest aspect of today's characteristics, suggesting that all this energy can actually be harnessed to help you realize your dreams. Think big today, as it might just be the best day ever for making a huge change in your life. And from Christina Papagiorgio, Blue Cosmic Storm, Kin 39, 7 May 2020, Transformation through Transcendence, 7/5/2020, 754 equals 16 equals 7, 7/7, Magical Healing Portal, 7 Magic, Spiritual Mystic Solitude, 5 Freedom Change Liberation, 4 Form Structure Foundation. Kin 39 equal 12 equal 3, Holy Trinity Creativity Joy, a magical portal day to catapult your liberation into the cosmos. Day 13 is the last day in the Blue Hand Wave spell. We complete a very full cycle of accomplishment that brings healing and a deeper knowledge of what is required in order for deep change to occur in ourselves and the collective consciousness. As we complete this cycle, we look back and marvel at how far we have come and what we have accomplished, and I am sure we are further progressed than we were before. Tone of creation, cosmic is the last and final tone of creation, the highest octave. Tone 13 in the spiritual realm. 13 is the mystical number of the cosmic order, the goddess and synchronic natural time. We have arrived. Add some, I am here. This is the stage of having transcended the physical, emotional, and mental realms and arriving at cosmic consciousness. Cosmic action transcends, power endures, essence presence. Finally, let's go cosmic. the transcendent dynamic that runs the whole show, the all-encompassing everything that is the Cosmic 13, perfectly transcends, taking magic flight and returning to the One once again. We commenced the Blue Hand wave spell on day 1, magnetically attracting all that we needed to fulfill our healing goals, and on the last day of the cycle we realize that we are totally healed and whole as we expand our being into the cosmos, floating endlessly on the waves of creation. Pure presence. Today's question is, what carries the deepest, most transformative healing, returning you to your divine perfection and wholeness? What are your dreams showing you to change? We bid adieu to Manik, the magnificent blue hand, who has enabled us to access realms of healing, wisdom, and resources in order to accomplish our goals of returning to wholeness and the truth of who we are as souls. Manik gifted us with the power of accomplishment to step up and leave the suffering and disease of the past behind, expanding our ability to receive, hold, and embody more healing light. Tomorrow, a new solar seal, the magnificent yellow sun, the source of our enlightenment, holds a brand new wave spell as our journey through the dream spell continues. Divine blessings for the completion of your healing journey back to divine wholeness. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 39, Blue Cosmic Storm. The mantra, the code for today is, I endure in order to catalyze. Transcending energy, I seal the output of self-generation with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of abundance. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And with this powerful, massive galactivation portal and the sacred enlightenment for all sentient beings, we step forward and step forth into our glorious light of divine presence and divine transmutations. As we meditate and take the sacred journey within, into our heart center, into the still point, we tap into our greatest power and potential to assist ourselves, all humanity, all sentient beings in all realms, all timelines, all dimensions, to be freed from all delusions, free from suffering and all causes of suffering, here now, for all eternity. And another synchronicity today, we spoke the other day about these micro Mandela effects that are coming through daily. One that happened to me today after I left the preserve, after connecting with the baby foxes and the winged nation, many creatures of the light, through the snake nation, the sacred serpent, the sacred birds, the white, the black, the orange, the yellow warbler came to me. Many sacred beings today, on this glorious day. As I was driving home, I felt as if I got on the highway in the wrong direction, and I went over this bridge that I knew for sure I did not pass on the way to this place, over what is called the Huron River. So at the next exit I pulled off, and I realized that I was heading in the right direction. And I know that every time I drive over a bridge, I'm very aware, because of my sensitivity to heights and emptiness under my vehicle, or under where I am. I feel an activation in lower dantian every time I go over a bridge, which brings my consciousness and awareness fully into the now moment, that did not happen on the way to this place. And then after I passed over the bridge and got back on the freeway, this great vulture from my right swooped down and merged with this red, looked like cardinal. It happened so quick, I'm not sure what the bird was, but it was red and small. I've never seen this before, which was a very auspicious sign, because the black color of the turkey vulture, we call buzzards in Ohio, with the red, that's the yin and the yang, the yin black or blue, the yang white or red. they came together, which was the non-physical aspect of feminine with the physical aspect of the divine masculine, which is a mirror of the ego flying with the condor. And I felt that activation down through my body and in the crown, in the crystal palace, which activated the still white magnetic light at the center of the vessel, which many are feeling daily now. Now I'd like to thank everyone that has joined myself through Prime Disclosure on Patreon. We're using the funds from Patreon and the CBD business to raise funds for the journey to Ecuador and to fulfill the mission, the divine vision of building a healing retreat center and sustainable community of the Rainbow Tribe of New Earth. We have a new patron today. Thank you, Richard R., for joining us and for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Also, I'd like all the patrons to know I'm working on the videos, several videos of training, teaching the meditations and some healing arts. I'm also working on, we picked up a 360-degree camera. I've been filming some walks through sacred portals and sacred land and filming many beautiful creatures. Today a squirrel came up to the camera and I got close-up shots of the golden serpent and a robin in her nest, many other very cool things. So we have a lot of great things we're going to do. So we will, for the patrons, I will take you on many walks in beautiful places around Pachamama, and then potentially in the future we're working on maybe streaming these nature walks live, but that's to come. Also, thank you everyone that has joined us on the CBD business. Welcome today Joshua B. from Kennewick, Washington. Welcome to the team. You can connect with us on Facebook at CBD Team Ecuador. Look forward to working with all of you on this great mission as we activate the codes of abundance for all. And we have some very wild interviews coming up I have planned for Patreon with some very interesting characters around this realm. That's a surprise for the future, and they're things that I cannot post on YouTube due to a whole different aspect of some of the energies coming through. But it will be interesting and fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot, practice a lot through meditations, healing mantras, healing codes, many, many things to come. And on a final note, we have the power of the great divine feminine. On Mother's Day this Sunday, the 10th, and then the 22nd will be a mass global meditation on the new moon. So you can join all lightworkers, love workers, way showers around the realm and meditate throughout the day, especially 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. on the 22nd. But every day is a great opportunity for journeying within, going on the sacred vision quest, out into nature, into sacred portals, anywhere in nature that brings you peace, harmony, joy, and you can connect with kindred spirits like I did today that love nature, that love wildlife and Pachamama, and have some fun and enjoy life here now, and live each day as best as we can, as if it was our last, because life is precious and time is impermanent. We have a saying in the Zen Buddhist, inch time foot gem, each moment is worth more than a priceless gem. Each moment is an opportunity to experience our enlightened mind, our pure awareness, our loving hearts. So keep walking your divine path with heart, warriors of the light, rising up to the dawning of the golden age, here now, forevermore. I love you all. Namaste.